Happy Friday. Or wherever and whenever you see this. Making beats. Bow, chick, bow, bow. Do you like my dress? It's kind of a vintagey 40s thing, but it's not a Marilyn Monroe. Don't worry, everybody. Calm your tits. Everybody calm your tits. Okay. So today I want to talk about motivation versus inspiration. It's a topic that Esther Hicks, who channels the group Abraham, talks about a lot and does much more justice to, but I'm going to talk about it in my way, in alignment, and she's got the vortex and all kinds of, awesome woo-woo vocab. I've been following that particular thought system for a good 20 years, and I find it to be the closest to how I think and feel as far as philosophies go on this planet. The law of attraction, which is quite an interesting universal law, if you will. What we put out comes back to us and often amplified, right? So I can, kind of manifest and put out, for my own personal magic, not black magic, not white magic, not green magic. Look, this is just a dress. Everybody calm down. It's like teal, right? I like the color. Where was it going? Round and round the way. Little rewind. Let's start again. My eyes are up here. Okay. Silly. Yeah, motivation is when you have to force yourself to do things like jobs you hate, relationships that are situationships or faketionships or bullshitationships. Fill in the blank, if you will. Catfishing, carrot and stick, chasing your own tail, nonsense and shenanigans, punky, pranky bullshit, Illuminati hazing rituals. I'm not into it. My eyes are red. I got a little makeup in them. Yeah, that's why. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so yeah, motivation versus inspiration. Inspiration is something you want to do. Motivation is something you feel you should do, or it has that tinge of obligation in it. So motivation, obligation, inspiration, perspiration. It's all in the smoothie of success. What is success? Look, you can have 42 cents in your bank account, right? And you can have all kinds of bills due and, not be able to afford the $12 a gallon gas that Brandon has put out there to get to the job that you make $12 an hour or whatever. It's insane right now. So if we can all just agree, it's insane. Everything is crazy. We are all nuts, different flavors of nuts. Sometimes you candy nuts, sometimes you coconuts, okay? So there's that. And then. Okay, riffing. Channeling, comedic, cosmic channeling. I don't know what comedic it is, but it's all over the place today. It's good. Just track. Stay with it. Stay focused. So motivation, inspiration, perspiration, liberation, emancipation. What do these things mean to you? I know I am really 24/7 inspired. That's not what I suffer with. Motivated. I don't even believe in the word procrastination anymore because it's all going to get done in exactly divine timing and, by whom it needs to get done by. Like I have a girl coming today. I have a girl coming. Sounds very elitist and snotty, but we're bartering. I'm going to give her sessions and she's going to help me get organized. So sometimes it just gets away from me. I'm working a lot. I'm out with friends. I'm out and about doing things and I come home and I don't have the energy, the time, or the inclination, motivation, or inspiration to do laundry or keep up with the daily chores. So it would be great to have like a team of nannies and housekeepers. Wouldn't that be amazing to just do your life, or a personal assistant or something? I wouldn't even know what that is because those are usually the roles that I have fulfilled for executives and such. Stupid. Oh, the amazing life of a writer when you're aspiring to get published and get your name and your work and your words out there. It's amazing. You'll sleep on couches. You will put yourself in dicey situations because you have no money. So, and then your book could be a total flop anyway, after years of effort. But at least it got on the bookshelves, right? So there's that. Not bitter. You know, I did get a very lovely endorsement from Liz Gilbert. What's she doing? Just trying to fix the cleavage shot. Are we good? We're good. Yeah, anyway, motivation, inspiration, perspiration, emancipation, liberation. Let's just start playing with these words, shall we? And see what they mean to you. Motivation, again, is like, oh, I have to have that hard talk with that person that I know isn't going to get it, or is going to take it personally, or is going to get upset and, you know, declare an entire fatwa on your life. Fatwa. Anyway. That hard conversation with someone who, you know, you don't know how volatile they'll be, how receptive, how helpful, that hard conversation of either leaving a job or a situation that you're no longer thriving or happy or healthy in. Breakups, shakeups, makeups, wake-ups. It's all happening. It's all happening. So whatever you've been delaying or procrastinating, it's really usually not the laundry or the piles of books that you have to sift and sort or anything like that. It is usually more internal. You know, what are the things that I need to face about myself and how I am in relationships, intimacy, communication? Am I reliable? Am I flaky? Am I consistent? Am I hot and cold? You know, these are not questions narcissists ever ask themselves. Usually you have to be fairly much of an empath and not just be able to get in people's heads, but understand where they're coming from in their hearts, you know? So a narcissist wants to fuck you in the brain and play mind games, and they're insecure and they're immature and they're not worth your time, right? The empath can be kind of too much in the victim mode and whiny and not get out of their own way and be broke, fat, and sick, right? So you really don't want to identify with these labels as much as we've been starting to identify with these labels, either throwing them at someone or adopting one, thinking we're in some kind of martyr, holier than thou, you know, looking down on the plebes and the non-blue verified check people from our ivory fucking towers, you know, in our mansions. Ugh. Yucky. That's so yucky. Here, welcome to my home. Let's just do a tour of this ridiculous luxury and extravagance, and then let's cut to shots of Ukraine. And then let's cut to shots of the 10 cities that are down the road from my ridiculous, ostentatious, frivolous, luxurious, and greedy mansion. Let's do a house tour, shall we? Oh, no, I don't want to do that. You see the piles of clothes everywhere. Things, life, humaning. Motivation, inspiration, perspiration, liberation, emancipation. So motivation you have to muster when it's something you don't want to do, or something you don't want to say, or something you don't want to hear. You have to motivate and get yourself geared up for a certain conversation or situation, so you can have the emancipation, liberation side of things, right? I mean, are you with me? No, you lost me like 4 minutes back. It's okay. We'll come back around. Recalculating. So yeah, when you're inspired, that's just flowing through you. That's just energy that's always there. That's whatever you're gifted at, whatever your area of genius or talent is. And everybody has one. Everybody has one. Not just Kanye. Okay. Not just Trump. Okay. There are actual geniuses out there who aren't even Einstein or Tesla or, you know, a guitar wizard who wails on the axe, you know, or someone who sings like an opera, you know, whatever, diva, you know, whatever they call them now. Nobody likes the word diva anymore. It's mostly applying to men lately. So there's that. That's a whole other conversation for a whole other time. Yeah. So honor, valor, noble. These are words that I'm searching for in a partner. He's got to be honorable. He's got to have bravery, and he's got to have value system that aligns with mine and wanting to help the vulnerable. Otherwise, what the fuck are we doing here, really? You're going to collect 12 more cars, 16 more Rolexes, 15 more mansions while people starve in the streets? How do you do that? You have literally had to turn your heart off completely to compassion for the human condition. And you just have to be a complete, greedy fucking sending cock rockets to space asshole. Right? Like, you just have no soul, no conscience, no heart, no empathy, no integrity. So there's that. Now, do you have to give away everything you own and go with a begging bowl through the streets, or flagellate yourself, or fast or deprive yourself in some way to prove that you're connected to spirit, or that you're willing to make sacrifices for, rewards or something? I don't know. I don't buy that either. I think we can release addictions. We can scale back. We can slim down. We can level up in our light. So there is something to be said for exchange of energies, exchange of time, exchange of love, exchange of affection, exchange of gifts, talents. We got the goods and services and the merch thing figured out. That's over the top and gross too now. It's just like a fat old tick that you just gotta take it off with the tweezers and go burn it to ash. But yeah, this whole concept of haves and have-nots and 99% and 1% and hoarding, greed, and wealth while other people suffer and go without, and then just being like in a very casual cavalier, oh well, that they made their choices, that's their karma, like, I'm not my brother's keeper. But you kind of are. That's, you didn't, if you're going to continue to be service to self, and if you're going to continue to live from the neck up and in your head rather than in your heart or in your soul, you can't go forward on this planet. Like, you're done. It's not going to work. If you are service to others, if you actually care about the human condition, the human plight, the human story, you'll understand that there's a give and take. There's an honoring and a recognition of your muses. There's a compensation of your inspiration sources. That has to happen for anything to go forward and for things not to devolve or degenerate further. You have to, whether your muse is spirit and you call it God, Gaia, Creator, Source, Jesus, Merlin, the fairies, Metatron, I don't care what you worship or how you worship, who you love or how you love, as long as you're not hurting people in the process. When you're hurting people in the process, and I'm not talking self-defense or counterattack when you feel under siege, you get out the machete and, lop off some dickheads, if you will. Chop Lorena Bobbitt style, take care of that. Castrate the assholes, so that's where I'm at with that. So yeah, we all have a little vengeance streak, and no, we're not the Jesus police, but karma sometimes is very efficient and very quick, and other times it seems to drag out forever, take a long time, really long time, like a really long fucking time. Yeah. Jesus. Oh, she took the Lord's name in vain, and she's been using all that profanity again. This is funny that that adultery is overlooked on this planet. Rape is overlooked on this planet. But, oh my goodness, take the Lord's name in vain or use some profanity and F-bombs, and all of a sudden, it's a problem. It's a big effing, fucking, freaking, fat, flipping, fucking problem. Did we cover the F there mostly? So, yeah, I don't have respect for the hypocrisy of standing up and, having your church as a tax shelter when you don't feed the homeless or the poor or, help the sick heal or the elderly. You're not a Christian. You're not, you're just not. So, acts and deeds and works and words and, where are you in that spectrum? And everybody is where they are with their progress on moving towards Christ consciousness. I'm more in the flipping tables phase of life, than quite ready to get on the caboose of the last train home. Not happening. Not ready. Not going. Staying. Stuck with me. Deal with it. Deal with it. Okay, can't get rid of me that easy. Nice try, though. Death threats are not a romancing and seduction style. Wooing, even if you think you're an assassin, it's pretty fucking stupid and gross and lame and scary and weird and awful. So, it's neither here nor there. Some of you going, oh, she's gone off the deep end again. Oh, no, that happened a long time ago. Now we're swimming in the deep end with our scuba tanks and our snorkels. Okay, keep up. It's just stream of consciousness. I just kind of say the things that have been brewing and stewing in the beehive and then let them Rip. You let the bees come out. Buzzy, buzzy bees. Fuzzy, fuzzy head. All right. But no, actually a lot of clarity lately. A lot of understanding of what love is and what it is not. It is not love bombing. It is not breadcrumbing. It is not ghosting. It is not hijacking someone's work and exploiting it and twisting it and making it your own and making profit from it. That is not love. It is not using someone's essence, energy, time, inspiration, creative source, energy that flows through them and not acknowledging that. You know, you're not being a collaborator. You're just being a creep and a thief and a liar and a user and a loser. That's not so appealing, is it? I don't think we want to be in those categories. I mean, yes, we don't want to be a judgy bitch either, or a Karen or something. Poor Karens on the planet, man. They're having a rough go this time. I did meet a Karen once, and we can all Karen out. Man, woman, child, everybody has their, you know, it's an archetype. We all have a Karen, you know. Maybe Karens should run the world sometimes, though. You know, not the racist ones, but the can I speak to the manager ones? Because I would like to speak to the manager lately. Whoever's running this little, you know, pay no attention in the man behind the curtain or at the control board. I'd like to have a little chat with the wizard, you know? Little face-to-face, little one-on-one, little quality time. Some hugs. Some ball punches. Whatever happens, you know? We'll just throw it all out there. So... yeah, motivation, inspiration, perspiration, liberation. So, you know, this is one of my areas that I have fun with. Just kind of letting things roll, and the people who understand me are tracking and understanding that I'm just in a space where I'm kind of fine-tuning the dial, if you will. So sometimes it's going to be a little more clear and sometimes it's going to be a little more staticky. But what I'm always talking about is us abolishing spiritual perfectionism on this planet, because it is the root of all evil. Not money, you know, not aging, you know, not being broke, you know, not being single. Oh, the horrors! You need to make her stop. My worst nightmares. Yes, I know. No, you should be more afraid not to live your best life for real in your heart. Not this blingy bullshit, not this cars and twerking nonsense. You know, it's a bunch of bullshit, really. It's like, look over here. Don't look over here. What we're doing over here. Just look at the shiny and the bright and the you know, can we entertain and distract you from what's really going on the planet? Hey, yeah. Yes, we can, and we do. They do it every day. And we fall for it, and we need to stop falling for it and start rising to it. Rising to the occasion. Rise up. Yeah. Kelly Clarkson. Rise the motherfucking fuck up, everybody. I will if you will. You first. Yeah. So if you have to motivate yourself to be in a relationship, to be in a room, to be in a life that doesn't fit you, get your inspiration back online. Get your passion back online. How do you do that? I don't even know where to start. That's what I hear all the time. I don't even know where to start. Yeah, you do. What do you like to do? What do you lose track of time when you're doing it? What do people compliment you on when you do it? Is it cooking? Is it gardening? Is it more of the domestic kind of considered feminine qualities? Or is it like speaking and being outward and active and being very comfortable on the microphone or the podium or the camera? You know, then those, you know, things will call you further. Writing, you know, art, you know, those are not hobbies, okay? They are callings. They are stirrings in your soul that are asking you to answer them and pick up the phone, okay? Not just let it go to voicemail, not just have a fake phone in your hand like I have right now, but a real phone like I'm talking at you into. See what I did there? Tied it all together. Kind of. In a special little bow. Okay, so motivation, inspiration, liberation, emancipation. So if you're following a life of motivation and obligation, your energies are going to crash and people will call it depression. It's not. It's grieving either a lost dream that you gave up on or were thwarted out of. You know, no matter how hard you tried or how everywhere you turned, there were closed doors and closed mouths and turned backs. Okay. So that wasn't for them. That's right. You keep going and you keep going and you keep going. You find people who it is resonating with and who are kind, open, generous, loving, and collaborative, you know, and rather than exploitative. That's what you do. Okay. Move out of motivation, obligation, into desire, into joy, into authenticity of, you know, and grace, all these lovely words that, what do they just mean? Like, they mean actually be yourself, right? And let that be a beautiful thing, even if it's, you know, you're feeling funky, or even if you're, you know, not at the top of your game, or you don't want to lose 20 pounds, or you've been single for 10 years, or, you know, you don't know where your next meal or bed is coming from. Wherever you're at in that spectrum, you know, if your biggest problem is, oh, I have to fire another nanny, then fucking go away and leave me the fuck alone. I cannot relate. I don't want to relate. And go live your fucking life, you know. All right. Okay, you guys. California. I would never do well in California. California, oof, no, it would eat me alive, as would New York, as would DC. These are not places I ever want to live. No, thank you. I mean, visit, sure, you know, hang out with the surfers in Malibu. Some of them are pretty cute, I'm just saying. But they're probably all douchebags and womanizing, you know, alcoholics, some of them. Some of them not. Some of them just flirting with that. Some of them will outgrow it. Some of them never will, you know. No, I'm probably not going to be a beach bunny. Although I would like to go live by the sea, and it would be sort of like cool to have a little cottage where you can write and daydream and let the breeze come in the window, feel the sun on your face and the sand in your toes. I do enjoy salt life, I must say. Okay, motivation, inspiration, perspiration, liberation. Why does she keep repeating it? Because I'm trying to remember. It's not memory issues. It's just, you know, morning and the brain isn't fully awake, which is kind of a good thing because can you imagine? I'm almost up on 25 minutes with this one. So I guess if you're in that motivation, obligation, vibration, you want to leave that train station and go to the next one where it's collaboration. It's not exploitation. We're leaving that at the last train station over there. You know, what is that? Yellowstone train station? That one? Or the This Is Us train station that takes you to the pearly gates, that one. Yeah, we're leaving that train behind. We're boarding a rocket now. We got to go a little faster. The train's slow. The train has gotten off the rails a long time ago. We got to go to the cock rockets now. No. You know, couldn't they make a peach-shaped rocket? Wouldn't that work? No. Aerodynamically, it's a challenge. Elon, get on it. Anyway, what am I saying? I'm just going around and around the way. So when you're in inspiration, things do flow. They do click. You meet the right people, have the right resources as you need them by generous, kind souls who want to support and encourage your endeavors and not just, you know, stalk you, mock you, and ignore you all at the same time. Because that makes sense. Yeah, that's a healthy thing. Ooh, I'm talking to you. No, most of my friends here are not creepy stalkers. I get some stragglers, but this is a pretty contained space for the most part. So I guess this is just my long, windy, rambly way of saying, do you, boo? And if you're in a career that doesn't fit your soul, get out. If you're in a relationship that has run its course, say thanks and bye. You know, love you, fuck you. Peace, bye. See you in the next, you know, life, kid, or you know, come a little closer and let's have a real chat, you know, either way. And then you'll have liberation because you won't give any fucks about what the public opinion of you is or what the Twitterverse is saying or the multiverse. Just go with the love-averse. The love-averse, you know. What does that mean? It means you feel your best, you do your best, you are your best, and when you're at your worst, even that is your best in those moments too. You know, people say, well, they say they did their best, but I don't know if they did their best. I think they could have done better. Yeah, we all do our best, and we can do better. That's a little paradox of human nature, you know. So today I'm going to do my best. I'm going to go see the Downton Abbey new movie and see if there are lots of crazy Easter eggs. And I'm hoping there won't be because I'd like to have some things that are still mine from before, what I like to call the fuckery, which is in the last 5 years, everything is kicked up and picked up in an exponential, terrifyingly rapid rate. So yeah, so get off the trains, the crazy trains and the trains of thought that lead nowhere. literally nowhere or to death. Not great. And get on a different track, literally, figuratively, metaphorically, tangibly, realistically, philosophically. So a new train of thought would be, we're here until we're not. You know, we die and are reborn every day, every moment, every breath, every blink. And so we make it, you know, meaningful. And then some days it's gray and it's cloudy and it's weepy, and that's meaningful too. You know, those down, doldrum, hemming the blues thing makes you human too. Okay, so wherever you are, if you're trying to move on to a new level of this big old video game matrix that we're all in, you know, this Super Mario Brothers bullshit. I never played video games. All the boys in my life did, and I was like, you know, the sandwich girl, bring them fucking sandwiches because I was dumb. But not dumb, just a hard worker, even at 15. And that's what I was taught. And I was taught you work hard. And I didn't even understand the whole working smart thing. Finally kind of getting there a little. But I don't think hard work is worth it in the end. I don't think all the shiny trophies in the world are worth it if you've sold your soul. And if you've hurt people on the way up. I don't think any of that's worth it. Not to me anyway. But what is worth it is you finding what makes you happy, doing it. If you can monetize it, great, but do it anyway. And less is more. You can get rid of a lot of shit in your life. I've got mine pretty much whittled down to one room in my car. You know, it's kind of a great feeling at 51. At first, it made me feel very rootless and boundless, but now, you know, we've got roots and we've got wings, baby. It's always good to have a little bit of a home base kind of a situation, and then be able to take off and go have adventures. So I hope you have adventures, big ones, little mini adventures in your neighborhood, or in, you know, 3 streets away where you never go, or 3 towns away where you never go. That's less gas to burn right now. That's a good one. Or if you're getting on planes and going to see loved ones or whatever you're doing, start noticing where you're in motivation and making things happen and pushing and forcing it, or when you're in flow and things are coming to you and life is good and sweet and lining up, and you know, you get complimented on things wherever you go, and people want to work with you and they want to date you, and you have that kind of mojo and magic, and it comes from a confidence from within, not from, you know, makeup or hair or clothes, or that's just how we adorn these lovely meat suits, these lovely sacred temples. You know, it's like, is it a meat suit or is it a sacred temple? It's both. Let's be honest, okay? So your soul, your light, your heart, your shine, your talent, your joy, people can't take those things from you, you know? They can try, and they can be complete douchebags about it. Complete and utter fucking slimy, snaky, creepy, crawly douchebags. Yeah, that's what I said. And that's mild, you know, as far as what I'm talking about. That's a whole other story for a whole other time. So that's my rant for today. And, yeah, just live your life, do your thing, do your best. And when you fuck up, fix it. And don't keep adding more fuck ups on top of it. Maybe there's that. Just a thought. My heart to yours. You know, just love. Bye.